Africa has the most youthful population in the world, with over 200 million people between the ages of 15 and 24. The unavailability of jobs for the youth is a great concern to many governments in the sub-region. And as Freswanika posted, if we are unable to provide jobs for the 1 billion people in Africa by 2050, then we're living on a ticking bomb. My name is Tasishus Edem Doponyo, and you are welcome to Business Lens, your Pan African SME TV program. We are coming to you from the Empire of a Suite on the 8th floor of the Octagon in the Central Business District of Accra. Today, my guest is a distinguished business entrepreneur, a coach, and an accomplished business leader. He'll be taking us through how to sustain businesses and also explain why a lot of businesses are failing in Africa and what we can do to sustain businesses to provide jobs and economic stability for the youth across Africa. Join me and my guest, if you can. Our guest for today is Captain Ebenezer Budu Koomson. Captain Budu Koomson is an accomplished business executive with diverse experience and competencies both in Africa and Europe. He joined UT Financial Services in 1999 as a project officer and rose through the ranks to become the Group Chief Operation Officer of UT Holdings Limited in 2009. During his tenure as the Group COO, he was responsible for the international expansion and profitability of UT, having established UT Germany in Hamburg, UT Nigeria in Lagos, and UT South Africa in Johannesburg. He is currently the founder and CEO of Nexus Consulting Limited, where he serves as a key consultant for Nexus clients in areas of business, financial advisory, management and leadership, mentoring and coaching, strategy, country risk analysis, and training for the NBFIs and SMEs. Captain is a motivational speaker and a social commentator. Ladies and gentlemen, join me and let's welcome Captain Budu Koomson, who is our guest for today.
It's a pleasure to be on your set.
Thank you very much. I hope you've been having a good business day.
Oh yes, I mean, you can't complain. Others have nothing to do.
Okay.
So when you have too much, you say thanks.
Great, great. And you have been through the mill, a great entrepreneur. You've worked with several companies and have amassed a lot of knowledge. In your experience, what have you identified as the major cause or causes of the failure of many businesses in Africa and in Ghana?
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. And I have been actually training on entrepreneurship.
Sure.
When we're talking business, it's enterprise.
Okay.
We want to leave out the formal sector. You know, in our part of the world, the informal sector is very big. Not even our part of the world, it's all over.
Okay.
Even in China, the informal sector is big. The SME sector is big. And we are saying that in Ghana, according to the books, about 80% of all business activities in the informal sector. My experience on the ground is that about 90% of all business activity in Ghana is in the informal sector, and most of it is in the SME sector.
Wow.
Now we have this hoopla about the oil industry. The oil industry is very regulated, highly technical, capital intensive, labor poor.
Okay.
So it doesn't affect us much. You know, if you take the government sector, well, it's formal. Yeah. And then we have the big multinationals who come in with a formal structure. So I would want us to orient our mind when we're talking about businesses failing and business, let's talk about the entrepreneur.
Okay.
In Ghana or in our part of the world, and what causes them not to survive.
Okay.
Or like the question you asked, leading causes of business failure in Ghana. Let's say Ghana is, you can replicate it in the whole of West Africa or Africa for that matter. Now, in my opinion, the first cause why businesses fail or don't survive is that we have a preponderance of accidental entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Accidental
entrepreneurs.
Yes, as opposed to deliberate entrepreneurs.
What is the difference?
Good. I had the opportunity to have lived in Germany for a long time.
Okay.
Running around the continent of Europe. Business is a deliberate activity. Okay. People go to school, and either you want to be a lecturer, you want to be an industrialist, or you want to be an entrepreneur. You want to get into business, then you learn the process of it.
Okay.
Even those who learn trades like medicine, if you learn medicine and you want to set up on your own, you can't. You can't just go and open a shop that I'm a doctor, I'm a good doctor.
So I can be
I can cut like Professor Frimpong, I can cut everybody up and patch, and so I want to open my surgery. It's not true.
Okay.
You will have to go to a school to learn the business aspect of your medicine, of your trade. Right?
Yeah.
How to hire right, the size of your business, the business plan, how to do a business plan, how to do your risk analysis, and how to do all these things. When you've done that, then they give you the permit to be able to open your own business. Otherwise, you stay in a government clinic, or somebody will employ you. You can't become a businessman. You can't be a medical entrepreneur. You cannot become an engineering entrepreneur. You have to learn the business aspect
of what you are doing.
So a lot of us in Africa get into business because, well, we went to school. I finished school. 3 years, I'm unemployed on the street. Then, out of frustration, say, make a business.
Okay.
It's accidental. Or you have a lot of the returnees, or you are sacked from work. You come and see this portmanteau businessmen. Make a business. Because they are there by default. It's not by choice.
Okay.
Now, if it is not by choice, then I presume he did not prepare well to get there.
Okay.
It was by force. I have nothing to do. So to survive body and soul,
I have to do something.
If I have got some 10 CDs, I can buy and sell. Or if I'm lucky, I get something. They say China be Pakistan, India, Turkey. These are all accidental business people.
Okay.
Now, why do I say they are accidental? Because there's no plan. That is the biggest cause. Now, to be a businessman, you have to be an entrepreneur. And to be an entrepreneur, what is it? It's a person who organizes, owns, or manages business with considerable initiative and risk, right? To make a profit. Or entrepreneurs are leaders willing to take risk with a huge amount of initiative, taking advantage of market opportunities, and by plan to achieve what is it that he wants to do. If you are an accidental entrepreneur, that by force you landed there, then you never you get in there. You don't care the risk in there because you are dying. Unlike the one in Europe, who has gone to school and is prepared and he knows the risks associated with that business. Where's the initiative? It was not a deliberate thing that, I have spotted this opportunity in the system, I have spotted this opportunity. They said, he's tight. So if he can get some uncle or somebody to give him 1,000 CDs, he starts on buy and sell. What was the plan?
No plan.
No plan. You see, it is very interesting. The thing is that his only initiative here is survival. Okay. If it is survival, what is the initiative? You understand? So there's desperation.
Okay.
That's what I call the accidental entrepreneurs.
Okay.
If by divine providence it succeeds, he's succeeding.
Okay.
But you see, the old man upstairs is not always looking at everybody. Sometimes I think you go for a siesta, and on your watch, the old man may be sleeping, and you get into trouble. So we have a lot of accidental people. So once he is accidental, there's no process. And I always tell businessmen who come to borrow money from us, or when I do this business incubation or entrepreneurship, I said it is a process.
Okay.
You have to think systematically through the problem. or the opportunity to mitigate the risk and also get the opportunity to get the profits, right?
Yeah.
The benefits. Now, let me go on to the process. Now, if we say process, you didn't get there deliberately. You got there by default, by stress. You know, so it's not like eureka, big idea, right? So we said normally you must have a certain idea. You must have the business idea should be so crystal clear in your mind. This is what I want to do. Once you put it in your mind, normally we say have a dream. Okay. You have to dream the success. Now this guy is desperate. So where is the success being dreamed? He's desperate. Yeah, you have to even visualize the success.
The end product.
Right. That will spur you on. So you have that the desire. You have that desire to achieve that aim. Now this guy who is desperate, if it means selling banana, he will sell banana. Yeah. If it's in Katia, he will sell groundnuts. Yeah. If it is being a organizer, whatever that will keep body and soul going. So he said that he is not even focused as to the dream or as to the desire. You have to have it sharp in focus. Okay. And once you have the desire, the idea sharp in focus, you have to will it. You have to be able to visualize it. That success, that particular business that he wants to do, the empire he wanted to build, the company he wanted to build, the business he wanted to build, right? Yeah. So that then you nurture it, that desire. You know, there's this guy who in Think and Grow Rich, Clean Hill says that the starting point of all achievements, the first step to riches is the burning desire to be and to do that which you dreamt about. Wow. That is the starting point. That is the starting point. And then it goes forward. It says, dreams are not born out of indifference, laziness, or lack of ambition. Okay. That guy is desperate. It's not like anything, you know. So we have to be careful. If we say businesses are failing, how did it start? Okay. Now, once you have, hopefully he was not an accidental businessman. Even if you're an accidental businessman, you can learn the process. Okay. So you have to define crystal clear. What is it that you want to be? Okay. What is it that you want to know? Do. Now, if I want to be a pilot, then I have to start to know who am I. If I'm afraid of height, you want to be a pilot. You want to be a seaman, you fear water. You want to be a pastor, but you can't keep your libido down. You want to be, you know you are a thief, but you want to be a pope. I mean, you got to know yourself.
We'll be right back after this break. Please do stay if you can. We're having a very wonderful conversation with Captain Budu Koomson. We usually hear the stories of success stories of some entrepreneurs who dropped out of school and today are multi-billionaires. Some who never went to school and you are told, oh, you don't need education. All you need is to get a desire to start your own business. Is that a fallacy?
That's a big fallacy. For the examples that are citing, do you know the millions that collapsed and died? That is why I say that they are oblivious even to the risk. Okay. For, like they said, for every successful football star, there are about thousands and thousands of aspiring footballers who got broken-hearted and died. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. How many Bill Gates can you show? How many millions of people are on this earth? Billions. Yeah. No? How many Zuckerbergs can you show? Right? Yeah. So let's not go there. Okay. But even these people had a desire to do something. They didn't go there out of hunger. Okay. Did they?
No, they didn't.
They did it. They didn't go there out of hunger.
Some of them were in the best schools in the world.
Precisely. They just fell out or decided that I'm bored with this, you know, those sorts of things. So let's be careful about that one. I wouldn't want people to go on faith. That one, let's go by plan.
Okay.
If by faith or by providence you get that one too, is a bonus.
Okay.
Otherwise, that's the typical Ghanaian thing. You're always looking for the breakthrough.
Yeah.
Breakthrough. Instead of doing hard work, your shortcut to success. It won't work.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So therefore, you have to get the process right. You want to be a pilot, get the requisite skills. You want to be a pastor, go to Bible school, don't go to Legon School of Dondology. You understand? You have to do these things. And then you have to know yourself. Who are you?
Okay.
Know yourself. Some of us are not suited for certain jobs. Like I said, if you can't keep your hands in your pocket and you know you've got long fingers, don't go and be a treasurer to something.
Okay.
You know, and then self-management.
Okay.
If you are lazy, you will not succeed as a businessman. It takes a lot of self-sacrifice. It takes a lot of self-discipline. You have to be able to manage yourself. Eschew maybe immediate gratifications and blowing the money. Save, invest, rather than build with the first few thousands you got.
Okay.
You have to be able to manage your emotions and yourself that way.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't even want to do this, but you have to do it. Then you have to be socially aware. Where am I?
Okay.
In what environment am I? What is right and what is wrong? What is acceptable and what is not acceptable in this environment? And then relationship building.
Okay.
You are doing a business that somebody will come and buy.
Patronize what you are delivering.
And if you don't know how to build relationships, there are so many businesses I have seen collapse because the owner fell ill.
Yeah.
The business is still there. The products are still there. Oh, can I help you? So I'll come later.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that before?
I have.
Because that Mami Sewa or that person has built this sort of
rapport with
the people, or somebody has even heard wants to come and see Mami Sewa.
Yeah.
Manage your staff, manage your customers, manage your creditors. You have to be able to manage things, relationships. And then we in our part, I see formerly there used to be apprenticeship, right? You remember?
Yeah.
You be an apprentice to somebody. These days, because of desperation, you finish school or you think you got your 3,000, you want to do business. No apprenticeship.
Okay.
I remember once I was sitting in my office and there was this hungry-looking young man walked into my office. It was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, all sweaty, and he was pretty aggressive. And he used to be a student leader in one of the leading universities.
Wow.
He was a NUCS executive, and he was an A1 student.
Wow.
Can you imagine his frustration? After school, he had a business plan in his hand, and he was just walking around looking for somebody to fund the project. How much is the project? $36 million.
36 million.
Yeah, and so for 3 years, nobody is moneying him. People don't want to fund new businesses, and they know we are not help the young people. I said, young man, sit down.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. He said, yes. Complex technical thing. A TV station for the whole of West Africa. And I asked him, have you worked in any radio or TV station before? He said, no. So,
okay.
Okay. Have you employed one human being before? He said no, but he did national service and he was working with people. I said, have you trained somebody before? He said no. Have you done a duty roster for people before? He said no. I said, then how are you going to run this your business?
Yeah.
You see, I gave him the story of Kobna Dumo. Kobna Dumo said, you know how he got into Joy? He wanted to go so badly to get into broadcasting and he wouldn't, but he got into jail for the first 1 year. He was sitting behind some motorbike like Okada, distributing leaflets. Have you heard him tell that story?
Yeah, I heard him once.
He wanted to get in there. He didn't get there just straight into the TV room or the newsroom. Okay. He prepared for it. He worked hard for it. He willed it into a desire.
Sure.
And then he was aware of himself. He was able, I can do this, I can. So when they said, you go and do Okada, he did Okada because he had a name, he wanted to do it. He was focused. And then there's the issue of reality check.
Okay.
Are you sure that this business you want to do is really, really what you want to do, or you are cut out for that business? Or is survival?
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
Or is survival? Because some of us are good being number 2, number 3 man.
Okay.
But when you are at the front and your yes or no pushes things, a lot of people chicken out.
Yeah.
You need courage. I mean, are you sure you want to shoulder that responsibility?
Okay.
Some people have a very bad sense of reality check in the sense that they think they see the facts on the ground, but they wish it was different, and so they live in dreamland.
Okay.
But the facts on the ground are the facts on the ground.
Okay, we are learning why businesses fail in Africa, and of course, if we are looking at why businesses fail in Ghana, then we have to know why entrepreneurs fail, and how do you prepare as an entrepreneur to be successful in the business world. We will be right back after this break. Please do stay if you can. Thank you very much for staying with us. You're welcome back to Business Lens TV show. On this program, we look at how to promote the growth of small, medium enterprises in Africa and in Ghana. Today, my guest is Captain Budu Koomson, and we are looking at the reasons why many SMEs and startups fail in Africa and how we can solve this problem. Captain, about the education aspect, from what we've been discussing so far, it seems to be pivotal to the success of any enterprise. If you have a well-educated entrepreneur, that means he or she has the potential of sustaining the business
Than an accidental one or a non-educated one.
Okay, so how do we approach the educational aspect? Do we have to inculcate it in our educational system? Do we need to build specific schools? Or what do we do about the educational aspect?
Yes. I said that we have to seriously look at our educational system.
Okay.
In our educational system, we have looked mostly at the IQ, the academics.
Okay.
But the EQ, the emotional intelligence, the person himself, the intrinsic person, his values, his character, who he is, we are not looking at it. Okay. That is a whole different topic altogether. Okay. Emotional intelligence is now proving to be more important to success than academic capacities.
Wow.
It's proving to, you see, if we are both BSc and we get into that business, why would one succeed more than the other?
Okay.
Then it is the intrinsic you which comes to play, because all things being equal, one will succeed more than the other.
Sure.
Then that is, who is this person?
The soft skills that a person has.
The soft skills, the way he relates to people, the way he manages his own emotions and himself, self-management, self-awareness, his ability to spot opportunities whilst the other one is going to the disco and lying. Emotional intelligence carries a whole weight in this thing. So it's not so much always about the educational. The educational is important. The educational is important, but we also have our co-businessmen who are also not so educated, but they are succeeding.
Yeah.
So I would say that yes, the education is important, but we are not putting enough emphasis on emotional intelligence.
Okay.
The soft skills that will make you succeed as a business person. 2, we are neglecting entrepreneurship. Look, we churn out about 450,000 graduates or so people who've been to school every year into the marketplace. How many jobs are there? But then they've learned something. Why don't we teach them survival skills in addition to what they have learned, but just give them the theory? Why am I saying so? You have students who have gone to IPS or the technical schools, finished. He's got a skill, but 3 years he's looking for a job.
Yeah.
Why? He was not taught, or he or she was not taught, how to translate this skill into a success or a livelihood.
Okay.
So we don't teach them the entrepreneurial aspect of. There was this young lady, a relative, I was told, she did a master's in chemistry.
Okay.
And then came to us looking for a job in a financial institution.
Wow.
So wow, why?
What chemicals are you coming to mix here?
Yes. So I went to the place and said, but who advised you to do chemistry? And she even did biochemistry.
Oh.
We said, but what is the business opportunities in biochemistry? You should look at the factories like Unilever.
Yeah.
All those people producing foods and these things. Someone should have told her the business potential in learning biochemistry.
Yeah.
And then somebody should have also educated her that if you finished and you did not get a job, these are the businesses you could do, and teach the person entrepreneurship. So now the person has the knowledge, but then you've given the person entrepreneurial and survival skills.
Sure.
To survive outside somebody's office. And that is what is failing in Ghana.
Okay, so still on the educational aspect, the argument that most of the educational institutions put up is, well, it's our duty to train students to be able to think, to analyze things critically.
Wow.
Yeah,
I am not a professional educationist, but if that is so, then I think we have a big problem. Why are you going to school? Why are you studying this? At the end of the day, it is to look after your alpha, to survive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we are producing young men who won't survive outside their father's houses.
It's all about the welfare.
It's about your welfare, your well-being.
Thank you very much, Captain Budu Koomson. It's been wonderful having you, and I know my cherished listeners have enjoyed this edition, just as I have enjoyed, and have been educated to put planning ahead of all our activities, to know that in business, you have to plan every step if only you really want to be successful. It's been a wonderful experience with Captain Budu Koomson. He is currently the CEO of Nexus Consulting. He's a business coach, a trainer, and a mentor to many SMEs. So thank you very much for watching. This is Business Lens TV show, the program that talks about challenges in SME space and finding solutions to them. God willing, next week we come your way with another interesting edition. For now, you can visit our website, businesslenstv.com, for more information, and follow us on the various social media platforms at Business Lens TV. My name is Tarsicius Edem Dokwenyo. Remain positive in all that you do, for no one knows enough to be a pessimist. See you later on.